Yes, sir. Woo!
Good morning, GDQ. Thank you. I want to say thank you, first of all, for having me. This is the very first game, very first Star Trek game that has been showcased at a GDQ, and it is the best Star Trek game that has been made for any of the early consoles. And I would say the Genesis version is pretty amazing too, but it is really, really hard as a speed run. So this one is really hard as well, but it's a little bit more manageable. So we're gonna go ahead and showcase it off. With me, we have xytoriak that's on the couch, and we also have cypherin, who you just saw on the last one. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this started. One of the good things about this game is it's pretty much like an action-adventure game and a platformer and a shmup. You'll see some shmup stuff also. So let's go ahead and get going. 3, 2, 1, start.
Go!
Let's go, Seth.
Oh, wait, not yet. it went to the attract mode, so we gotta. It does that on you every once in a while.
Yep.
All right, let's go. All right, so we just got to mash through some text, and Odo calls us and says we need to go ahead and meet him. So we're going to go ahead and go meet Odo, and it's a lot of running. So as you can see, Cisco has a lot of endurance, and he just books it everywhere.
Yeah, look at that run. Look at that stride. And then as we run through, you get to see some of the cast. Like we saw Kira, here's Odo here, of course. We saw, I think, Dr. Bashir as well as we were running through there.
Yeah, we saw Bashir.
So, go ahead, Seth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Odo tells us that there's some anti-lepton particles that he found, and so now we gotta go talk to Jadzia. And she gives us a tricorder that we gotta use in the pylons. And she tells us, just give it to O'Brien. And Cisco says, no, O'Brien's busy, and I'll do it. That's exactly what a captain does, right?
Handles everything on their command post.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna pick up that. There was an engineer that was just laying on the job.
Yeah, knocked out. Just sleeping on the job.
Yeah, we're finding these mines that these Bajorans are putting down for some reason.
Yeah, they're trying to destroy the pylon or just destroy Deep Space Nine. And so Cisco, again, taking on the task solo is like, I got it covered. I'm not gonna call, my security team. I can take care of everything. So gathering up all these grenades and going around and disposing them in these, like, I don't know, these little space urinals, it looks like almost.
Yeah, like we're putting some urinal cakes in.
Yeah, urinal cakes, that's it. And so with the tricorder that Jadzia Dax gave to us, we can then identify where some of these hidden grenades are and toss them into the chutes here. But Sath, being as good as he is with this game, knows by heart where each of the hidden grenades are, and so it's just going straight to them. And as you can see, as we pick up a grenade, a timer is counting down in the upper right corner. If you do not dispose of those grenades within the allotted time, it's an instant game over, and you have to start over. One thing that's nice, though, between the SNES version and the Genesis version is that this offers some checkpoints where the Genesis one not so much.
Yeah, the Genesis version is very low on checkpoints.
Yep. So we have time for at least one donation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have $25 from Poppy that says, Star Trek with Sath after Haunted Castle? What a great start to the morning. Also, Lower Decks is the best Star Trek. OMG. Ooh, I love it.
Very nice. Let's get in another one.
Sure, we have $70 from Anoyaber supporting MSF, saying donating 10 times the number of slow pans past the station in the Deep Space Nine intro because, hey, Deep Space Nine.
So another thing, quick call, as Sath climbs down slowly from each of these ledges, there is fall damage in this game, but based on the distance and the height, if you are too, let's say the distance is too great, Cisco can die like in midair.
Yeah, it'll just kill you right away. It won't even show you falling on the ground. It just, like, no, you're dead.
Yep, you did. That it. But one thing, as you can see, Cisco has these like Prince of Persia type of jumps and grabs to these ledges here. It's really impressive to see. Like that's a tight one. That's really good.
In addition to his incredible endurance, he has plenty of fingertip strength.
Yes.
Blow up that wall. And we got one more that we got to grab. All right, so we're going to go down.
Yeah, take it nice and easy. Oh, nice turnaround there. And that should complete this section here.
Yeah, stage done. Oh.
All right, so reporting back into Odo with what we just dealt with here. We're now, I think, running to, is it the shuttle deck at this point, Seth?
No, we're going to our office right now. We got a page from Kira. There's a Cardassian named Golgurgi that's showing up, and not to be confused with Gul Dukat. They added him, and it's actually the if you look at the credits, it's one of the senior developers. They decided to insert themselves, which is nice.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, Gul Dukat is like the main villain of the actual TV show. So yeah, not to get the two mixed up. We just passed by our son Jake, chilling in the deck there.
Yeah, we got to go talk to Quark to get some rumors that happened from some Bajorans escaped that were throwing those mines. They actually escaped, so we're coming to go ahead and find them. Now we're about to give Kira permission to go ahead and go after them. So now is our weird shmup stage, which I pretty much refer to as Papa Smurf's colonoscopy. If any of you have a different name for it, get your donations in and let us know.
And with that, go ahead, host, if you have any.
Absolutely. We have a $500 donation.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
From Julie Cat that says,
oh,
Julie Cat.
Mom,
Julie Cat.
Dad, come here. You gotta see this. Sathdresh.
Thank you so much, Julie Cat. Oh my gosh.
You're a legend.
Yes, that was a huge donation, and everybody, I want to remind you, please go ahead and put those donations toward our 100% Virtual Boy Wario Land incentive. We're almost $2,000 of the way to the $7,500 goal. I know we could do it. We're getting so close.
All right, and then we get out of the wormhole, and this is basically an auto-scroller for about 30 seconds, and then we have a boss fight. So if you have any other donations, feel free to go ahead and read them.
So earlier I called out for a $5 donation train, and we got some, which is fantastic.
Awesome.
We have a $5 donation from Chaz ML, no comment, but thank you so much. A $5 donation from Jojo07 saying, GDQ is one of my favorite times of year. I love everything you all do, and I'm having a blast watching these runs. A $5 donation from Kevin Lund that said, I picked a good week to have surgery and lay on the couch all week. Can't wait to spend the week watching all the amazing runners at GDQ. Best hopes for good recovery, Kevin. Thank you so much for joining us. And a $5.55 donation from Captain Envy saying, heard someone mention Babylon 5 as the best sci-fi show. For sure. Though true browncoats know that would be Firefly. Smiley face. $5.55 trade for Babylon 5.
You know, confession.
Nobody said anything about Stargate?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the donations still are coming in, so I mean, maybe that's a signal there. So yeah.
Confession, I've never seen any of those, but I have Star Trek Deep Space Nine. That's all I need.
Yeah, that is true. All right, so that was a auto-scroller. The boss fight in that is kind of cheesy. He reads your inputs and your momentum, so it makes it a little tricky. So you kind of got to lead him in certain areas, and the asteroids affects where it moves. So, yeah.
He must have been using the Force because it looked like a Y-wing.
All right, we're going to talk to O'Brien and ask him to check some communication logs.
Finally putting them to work.
And just stop into our best friend Odo, because we always seem to talk to him all the time in this. And Golgurgi is just sitting here in the promenade, and we're going to talk to him again. And he's really mad. He says that those Bajorans could have damaged his ship, and we owe him money and repairs. So I don't know why, but we missed the jump. So I'm supposed to jump there so we wouldn't have to worry about that walking animation, but
Yeah, trying to save the frames, you know.
yeah, all the frames.
All the frames.
All right, so now we're going down to Bajor because Kaiopaka got kidnapped. So we're gonna go find her. And this is definitely what you wanna have outside of your temple that you're having a whole bunch of people come to a pilgrimage for, is these fire-breathing statuettes.
Yep, just absolutely mandatory to have flamethrowers on walls of people's houses.
They're just testing their faith. If you're devout, you'll make it
Yeah,
through.
you'll make it through.
So this is basically a maze. We have to light these lanterns up in order to continue on. If you put in the wrong ones, in certain areas, you can actually soft lock the game. The next room, if I don't grab this one, will actually soft lock. It's kind of an oversight, but it happens.
So question, Sath, for this, like, how do you know which ones to turn on here? How, like...
You can turn a whole bunch of them on, and it's pretty much a trial and error, unless you do that one room for some reason. But yeah, it'll tell you that that doesn't work, and to try again, and it'll reset the lights.
But there's nothing in the casual play that would tell you which ones to light up.
No, not at all. All right, and so we rescued Kaiopaka, and now we decide to go deeper into the mines that they have and find out where the actual origin of the anti-lepton radiation is coming from.
Yeah, this stage is considered one of the harder stages of the game. I know talking with Sath, he says this version is a little bit more, well, I guess there's variations between it and the Genesis version.
Yeah, the Genesis version is a lot longer, no checkpoints, and the fans do a lot more damage to you, but this one is still very, very tricky. You have a lot of damage reduction that you gotta look out for in order to go fast. You're gonna take a lot of hits trying to go fast through this no matter what. And so you kind of want to, I didn't want to get hit there. You kind of want to, pick and choose where you want to take damage at. Sometimes, it might be a different area depending upon where you're at in the run and how much health you might have.
And then you gotta watch out for some of these falls still too, right?
Yeah. If I drop down too far from that ladder, we'll take fall damage. And we don't want to have, like, really that much, all of this is calculated for how much damage that we're going to take through here. And we should have enough to tank 2 hits from some rocks at the end of this stage that we're going to need at the very end of the stage. There's actually like 3 other little sub-stages to this before we get to the end, but we don't get a health refill until like 2 more stages, so.
Is now a good time to sneak in with some donations?
Yes.
All right, so we have a $30 donation from Nick saying Voyager is the best Star Trek and Nova class is the best Starship class. Also, I found these gold-plated Latinum bars while I was cleaning out the buster collectors. I was gonna buy a new hyperspanner, but this will be for a better cause.
Nice.
Thank you so much for your $30 donation, Nick.
This room is very evil for casual players. So we've collected these grenades that we have to plant on this generator here, about 4 of them. And once we plant the last one, we need to book it as quickly as we can, because then now the room is filling up with water, and
It's electrified water.
Electrified water. And these jumps, again, sort of being along the lines of Prince of Persia type jumps, if you're familiar. Some of them don't like to stick, so.
Yeah, we did get the ones that are the most troublesome, so I'm very happy about that, but we're still not out of the clear yet.
Yep.
Anything can happen. You can accidentally fall off of these. Sometimes it doesn't have any hit detection.
That's really good. That was a great climb, Seth.
Thank you. All right, so we're gonna actually do a death abuse here. This is the one spot where we do a death abuse to get a health refill. And we got the quick continue, nice. There's, for some reason, on that stage only, it can make you wait that whole continue screen for it to spawn through, and it won't let you like do any inputs until it fully shows up. So we're just going deeper and deeper into the mine.
Yeah, if we have any more donations, go ahead, give us 2 of them.
I love how the donation train also has the Star Trek takes. We have $5 donation from Klingon Knife Fights that says, my controversial Star Trek take is I like Cisco better before the beard. And we have $5 from Mint saying, you're all wrong. The best hard sci-fi series was Red Dwarf.
Ooh, that is a good one, actually.
That's a good one.
I never seen that either. I'm sorry. So I get this man off this couch.
No, not at all. All that matters is the DS9 right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for a couple more or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we have a $10 donation from Lunar Bladed K saying $5 donation train ×2. Yes, please. Good job on the runs. Great job keeping stream steady to the tech team. And the GDQs are awesome as always. Thank you so much for your donation supporting MSF.
All right, I think we can do even one more.
All right. Continuing on the train, another $5 from Mr. Aardvark saying $5 donation train. Woo!
Woo!
Choo choo, let's go.
Yep, so I think we're getting fairly close to the end of this this whole cave segment here.
Yeah, I'm taking it a little easy right there because if you get hit by acid twice in a row like that, while you're still like getting hit by it, you actually take a lot of damage. You really don't want to do that, so we're gonna go ahead. We just stutter stepped and saved all that health, so.
Yeah, we have just the right amount of health to hopefully survive some potential falling rocks as we're fighting the boss, you can say, of this area.
Yes, this is definitely a boss. We're fighting a replicator, everybody, that's making those bellitrium grenades. So we just blew it up. Oh, we got hit by a rock.
There we go.
That's what we didn't want, but we had enough health for it, so.
Yeah, and then just stand here and get smacked. Oh, okay, you dodged it that time.
Yeah. And we pick up some replicator parts and head back.
Awesome.
Going through that stage, it's funny to see how many of those Bajorians look like they just turn around and just see Cisco there and get shot before they can do anything, and then that one just swung at Cisco as he fell out of the sky.
Yeah, some of them are aware of the evil plot. They're just there doing their job, and then Cisco comes, bow, zap.
So O'Brien tells us that he did find some communication logs between the Cardassian ship and the Bajoran ship that we went and apprehended through the wormhole.
The plot thickens.
Yes. And now we're going to get a page from Bashir, and we're going to take control of Bashir for a second. So we're going to jump here. That way we don't have to walk. And
Again, saving those frames.
now we're Bashir. So we have to try to use our tricorder. It's broken. So now we got to go back to O'Brien and get it fixed. So, O'Brien, fix our stuff. All right.
Easy peasy, fixed.
All right. And this is kind of like the whole
On again.
adventure, game thing where you got to go around and talk to people to progress the plot in a specific order, and they all move in different areas after you talk to them. So,
They just wanted to give that whole open world feel before, the open world games that we know today came out,
very true.
Like we're really in Deep Space Nine right now,
I also have to ask everybody: do you love this soundtrack? It is freaking amazing. I don't know if you are listening to how much of a banger this is. This one's bassline.
Yeah, this is really good.
All right, we're gonna talk to Garrick really quick.
one of the best characters in this TV series.
And I'm gonna do this because it's really funny that they, hint at it in the show. Before I read these results, we're gonna talk to Jadzia. Hi, Julian. Hello, Jadzia. Are you busy later? Sorry, I am. I'm studying some replicator fragments from Bajor.
Bashir had a huge crush on Jadzia Dax here.
I love how they had to throw in that in there. It's great. It's like, yes, Bashir, just stop.
And we've now regained control of Cisco.
And we figured out the plot. So the plot's a little convoluted, but basically there's a Cardassian that Gul Gurgi is dealing with that has a whole bunch of plastic surgery to look like a Bajoran, and he is the leader of a Bajoran restorationist cult that wants to bring Bajor back under the rule of the Cardassians. So.
I think there's a plot in the actual TV show where there's, some surgical manipulation to somebody to disguise themselves. If anybody wants to donate in and tell us what that episode is, feel free to do so.
My finger slipped. I'm sorry, Odo. I didn't mean to punch you in the face.
I love the call out for the donation trivia there. Do I have time to sneak in a couple of donations?
Yes.
I love how this is not only a talk about Star Trek, but also about the best classes of starship. We have $10 from Kanazo that says the Sovereign class is the best class of starship. Also, SG-1 was awesome. We also have $10 from Dinas that says $10 for Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis. My first sci-fi series and still very much loved indeed.
I agree. All right. So we're actually in the past now. That whole section that we were just in, it was a whole convoluted thing for us to learn that we need to go back in the past to learn about the phaser frequency changes and how they work with the Borg, because we're going to translate that into changing our transponder frequencies so that way we can go ahead and teleport into the Cardassian ship, because they keep changing their shields and we can't get access to them. So now we're at Wolf 359, the very worst day of Cisco's life, and the Prophets decided to go ahead and place him there.
Yeah. One of the cool things about this level is, as you see, there's various Borg members. Saf just shot one, and so he has right now 2 phasers. The one that he shot with no longer will work on the remaining Borg in here. And in order to reactivate it to work, he has to then recalibrate the frequency at certain computer consoles. He was able to shoot another one there because he used the other phaser that he had in his inventory.
Yeah, I've routed this out to where basically I don't need to change that much. I only killed the required amount of Borg that you need to. So we're gonna go ahead and change our frequency there. There is a replicator there that I can use to get food, but we don't need it right now.
Yeah, we're looking good on health right now.
And we're gonna need it because we're gonna try something. I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna work. It is very inconsistent, but it might work, and if so, then it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, this skip coming up that Sath is about to do will save minutes if we can pull it off. And it's risky too, because the Cisco will take a lot of damage while attempting it after we grab a few items along the way here. But it's really neat to see.
Triple jump, get up there.
Don't forget to grab the lightsaber here.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna get some more health, and we gotta change our phaser again.
All right, yeah. Now right after this section is the upcoming skip.
All right. Oh, no. All right. Now we're just gonna go.
Okay. So that gas has like 3 particular, you could say like visual patterns. Saf knows which one to make an attempt to leap at it, so that then you will receive damage but sort of fall in the middle of the gas and be able to just sort of walk off to the left of it. But now we're taking sort of the intended route to then come in from the opposite side, where it also requires that we have to turn off some power
to get access to where that steam is, because that's blocking our way. You're not supposed to get in there. It's a sequence break to get through there that way. But there's about 3 frames that you can get in, but it's all dependent upon where you jump and how far you jump, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. We're trying to make it more and more consistent. It's getting there because it's a local cycle, so it's actually not the hardest thing to reset if you need to, but it's also does a lot of damage.
Yep.
And once you get in, you have to do it again to get out. So you get in and you get out, and if you don't have enough health for that, then you got to go. So we're going to shut down and get out of here.
Yeah, and local cycle, meaning that those patterns that were coming up, we could sort of leave the view of the gas and come back immediately, and it just sort of resets itself, as opposed to a global timer, like as Cisco's running throughout this whole level, that gas is constantly moving. That's not the case. Whatever you see is happening at that point in time, you leave it, it stops, and then you come back and it starts to resume itself.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get some health here also. It's not a big deal for getting the health, but we're gonna need a lot of health for the last part of this stage also.
I think we have time for at least 2 donations.
You got it. We have some more donations coming in with the Deep Space Nine love. $9 from Anonymous saying donating $1 for each Deep Space. But we also have a contest of $7 from CC saying here's $1 for each season of the greatest Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Thank you everybody, seriously. It's really a big deal right now as well, because with everything that MSF has been going through this past year, they really need your donations. So thank you everybody who has donated, and please keep those donations coming in.
Yes, please. So we're now at a point where we're trying to get our Jake and everybody off of this station here, and we got to repair the transporter. It's under fire at the moment, and Sath is just using the damage here just to repair the transporter.
Yeah, you take a lot of damage on that fire, so I do it in a way to where that's basically limits as much damage as you're going to get from it. But there's Wolf 359, everybody. All right.
Back in the present.
Yeah, and since we learned about the phaser technology, which we should have already known since we're a Starfleet captain, we are now Odo, and we have our shape-shifting abilities. So we're going to go ahead and go in these vents in the Cardassian ship, and we're going to make our way through to the first key card room, and we're going to go ahead and allow Cisco to come in. So
playing the Genesis version and beating this initially, I had no idea about these vents. I spent a lot of time on this, like, what am I supposed to do? And yeah, it was just, it was sort of difficult to get through until eventually realizing, oh, you can travel through the vents. I didn't do that at any other point earlier in the game, but here we are.
yeah, we're jumping right there because it's actually a lot faster than just walking. As you can see, he's very slow. So the jumping actually saves about 2 seconds from just walking down that hallway. All right, so now we're Cisco again. So we're gonna kill that Cardassian. We gotta get rid of these turrets, and they are
This is
pain in the butt. But they're all local cycle as well, kind of like the steam skip. So I can go ahead and kind of get past them and.
Yeah, he'll as you see, he steps away and the turret goes back to its starting position. It resets itself.
And we have a lot of these computers that we got to go through. This one, there's 3 of them, And this unlocks our first key card so we can go through the rest of the ship. So if you have a donation, go right ahead and
Oh
read
boy,
it.
do I. I have $10 from Gramps that says, everyone knows the Aussie classic Farscape is the best sci-fi TV series.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
There we go.
Farscape is pretty good.
But more importantly, Gramps ends saying 300K hype.
Hi!
That's right, folks. We have raised over $300,000 for Doctors Without Borders.
Made
Let's
Cisco jump for
go.
that. Let's go.
With the donations that are coming in, we are almost $3,000 of the way to Virtual Boy Wario Land 100%. I feel it in my bones. We can make it, chat. Do not forget to put those towards that incentive.
Cisco's showing off his speed here, where Odo wouldn't have made it through. That's why we were jumping as a mouse.
And yeah, the on the wall there's these little valves or I don't what.
I guess lockers.
Lockers.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. With Cisco's speed, he's just rolling by them. But otherwise, they can impede your progress if you're not moving fast enough. All right, so we gotta go through a few doors here, and then we'll be in one of the final segments of the run, I believe. But taking that awesome soundtrack again, and look, just dashing by.
Yeah, the Genesis one, all of those are solid objects, and you have to kill each one of them in order to pass through it, and it's very hard. All right, there's a Cardassian, and we're gonna move so we don't get hit. We have to take this. Ooh, went a little overshot.
Yeah,
We gotta kill those.
turrets. Those are little flying turrets.
Yeah, they do about a quarter, or like a quarter to a third of your health. So, and they are mean.
So as Saf deactivates these terminals, you'll say, like there's other terminals above, like these vertical pylons or whatever you want to call them, and the time increases to deactivate them. So then, yeah, as you have these turrets aiming at you, you then sort of are a sitting duck for a lot longer period of time. So that's why Seth's going to take some time here to destroy the turrets and continue to deactivate each terminal.
Yeah, we have full health, so we can take a couple hits, but it can turn real quick when you're on here. So, especially up at the top, if you fall, you take all that fall damage, and then plus getting the tank hits from any of these turrets.
So he's basically doing this to like deactivate the tractor beam so they can leave the Death Star, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, see, this one's a lot longer, so we're saving some damage, but yeah, we got a good amount of health here.
Yeah, that's about how much it takes if you don't take them out, but we still have to take it out, but because it'll get you on this side too, so we'll just take this one out right now. And if you have a donation, feel free to read it.
Great, sounds good. We have a $5 donation from Dan and Jordan saying, time to ride the rails on a $5 donation train. I don't know about Star Trek, but my favorite X-File is Logan. Okay, yeah, I guess think differently, go ahead and donate it in. I'll go ahead and read it.
Well played.
Thank you.
Do I have time for one more?
Yeah.
$25 from Jeremy Baramy that says, best Trek episode, Darmic. Best Starship class, Akira. Best speedrunning marathon, SGDQ, of course!
All right, and now this is the last part of the stage. We got into the bridge, and Gurgi decided that he was going to go ahead and put the self-destruct on. So now we're using the code breaker to turn off the self-destruct. And that's the main timer that you see, the 36 seconds right there. That counts down, and if not, then you die. So we beat that. Now, this is basically just cutscene %. So we're almost done with this. We just have to kind of mash some text here. We have a inescapable cutscene, and this is where the Cardassians, this is where Gul Dukat comes in and decides that they're going to go and take care of their problem and get rid of Gul Gurgi. So,
and get ready on time, but Sath will call it when it's close. All right, so now we have actual Gold Dukat, the villain of the TV show.
And time.
Woo! GG.
Yeah, it's a really great game. The music for it is awesome. I hope some more people pick it up because it's definitely one of those games that not a lot of people that I talk to about it have ever seen it or heard of it. And for a Star Trek game, it's amazing. I really, really hope more people pick it up as well. But again, everybody, please help MSF out as much as possible right now. They truly, truly need it. From the bottom of my heart, I know everybody here as well feels the same way. So, really, please. And I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna pass it over to xytoriak. Do you have any shout outs that you'd like to get?
I'm good. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
And then cypherin?
Just thank you again for allowing me on your couch, Seth. Shout outs to both you as well as Lucha, right? Lucha Jim. Both put in a lot of hard work for this game. I know, at least coming from a Sega perspective, I first played this on Sega Channel and know how difficult of a game it is. And to see the work that you both put into it is remarkable. It's great. So again, thank you. Thank you for having me.
And I want to shout out Lucha Jim as well. Thank you, Lucha, for everything. We talked about it for years, about routing this and going through it, and we finally did it, and it was such a blast going through it. So thank you, Lucha. I also want to thank Meg. Thank you, Meg, for all the support as well. And then everything for this weekend, TMK, Wolf Mom, Sinlasa, thank you. JC, thank you as well. And cypherin, xytoriak, thank you for being on my couch as well. Dan and Jordan from Knowledge Fight, thank you as well. You're all freaking amazing. Julie Kant, yes, thank you all. So we'll go ahead and give it back for the next run. So I hope you all enjoy, and please donate. They need it.